What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Boxing, aka MKO Pugilism, where we talk all things box. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube, follow on TikTok, all that good stuff. So, yeah, let's get into this one. So, a bit of breaking news is that we may be getting Fabio Wardley versus Joseph Parker. Now, this is one of those fights that I suppose it comes a bit out of left field, really. I mean, with Joseph Parker, he's in prime, sort of prime position to get a title shot, and waiting and waiting and waiting. Nothing's really been happening, and Usyk is injured at the moment, and there's the controversy with his video. So Parker's in kind of the who needs him club. And you got also Ejit Caballero, a similar sort of position, but Joseph Parker is it seems to be universally agreed by boxing fans that this is the guy that deserves the title shot. So a Fabio Wardley fight, it's a bit out of left field in a sense. In terms of who I'm thinking would win this fight, I would still favour him to beat someone like Fabio Wardley. And for me, my reasoning is quite simple, really, and that's because Parker is the better boxer of the two. Fabio Wardley, he's a fighter that is a very powerful puncher, very aggressive boxer, and even when he's hurt, when he gets tagged, when he gets hit, he's ferocious. He comes back. He really does come back at you with everything he's got when he gets hit and when he gets hurt. But I just think when he's dealing with a guy, a skilled boxer, he struggles, and I think we found that against Fraser Clark when they had their first fight. Fraser Clark's sort of superior boxing skills were giving him problems, and I think Justice Hooney again, same sort of thing. And because Fabio Wardley, he's a guy that doesn't really have a defense. He's a boxer that doesn't really have much of a defense at all. So he's a guy that's quite hittable, quite, it's not a problem to tag him with shots. And I just think someone with the boxing skill and the know-how and the experience in the top company, he's fought guys like Anthony Joshua, Gilles Zhang, and people like that. And yeah, okay, Zhang is an older fighter. Joshua was years ago, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's even when Joe Joyce was sort of in his peak, he did batter Parker, but Parker for his part still put up a bit of an effort there, and he's still, of the two of them, he's mixed in a better company. And I just think for me, stylistically, where Wardley struggles is if you're a good boxer. He struggles against that sort of style, and I just think Parker with his skills, and the boxing brain, he's going to be able to sort of pepper, and is going to be able to outbox and beat Fabio Wardley for me. And I think also compared to Joseph Parker, Fabio Wardley, he may be in a good position with the governing bodies, but he's still kind of green in comparison to a guy like Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker's very experienced. He's not the eldest of fighters, but he's in his sort of early 30s, and he's very experienced, and I think you can't buy that experience. Whereas Wardley, he's mixed it in decent company, but he's not been at the level of where Joseph Parker's been to, and he is defensively very leaky. And you just look at the Hooney fight, and in my view, if Hooney was a puncher, he would have probably stopped Fabio Wardley, because he was just lighting him up all over the place. But it was just a case of he just didn't have, I wouldn't say killer instinct, but he just didn't have that pop in the punches to sort of get rid of Wardley. But someone with a bit more pop, a bit more power in their punches would have taken him out. But Wardley, yeah, he's got things in his advantage. He's got, as I said, the killer instinct, and Parker sometimes can sort of be lacking in that area. And he's got that resilience and that mental toughness and that will to win and things of that nature. But I just think he gets hit a bit too easy, and he can get outboxed, and that's been proven throughout his career. So I'd favour Parker. I think the only thing you can sort of put against Joseph Parker is what Adam Smith said today on Talksport, which is that Joe Parker has been inactive. You know, he's only had the 1 round or 2 rounds, whatever it was, against Martin Bacoli, and that's been his activity. Whereas Wardley's had rounds. Yes, he's been outboxed and he's had a hard fight, but he's had some rounds. He's had more activity, so that will be sort of going in his favour. But I just think, on paper and skills wise, style wise, Joseph Parker outboxes him. But we'll see what happens. It is a good fight. It's a good matchup, and yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Until next time, it's MKO Boxing over and out.